I have found 2025 super overwhelming and it hasn't been the best year for my mental health. Rather than putting pressure on myself going into the new year, I thought I would share a few things I'm going to try and live by and tell myself to avoid new year fatigue and burnout. So I hope these bring a bit of comfort to you too. Firstly, I'm trying really hard to remind myself that I don't need to reinvent myself every year. I think we are all guilty of putting so much pressure on ourselves to become this new person once January comes, but instead I think we should refocus that energy in just becoming better versions of our authentic self, and learning to love that version of ourselves is the most important. So I guess how I'm going to try and do this is by looking back at this whole year and everything that I've learned and how I can apply it to myself for next year. You could ask yourself what works for you or what already feels good in your life and just keep those things but build from them. And I so believe that reinvention usually fails because we're not looking at what actually helps us. Secondly, I'm going to really start trying talking to myself the way I talk to my friends. I really suck at this, and this has been my biggest failure of the year. I have just been really nasty to myself. There's this quote that I keep coming back to: the words you speak become the house you live in. And although it's so hard at times, it's so important to give ourselves the same love that we give to others, as you hear your own voice more than anyone else's, so you may as well make it a kind place to be. Thirdly, we're going to ease ourselves into January without this pressure of a fresh start. It's literally the first month of the year and you don't need to be burnt out before the year has even begun. So I'm going to try and start seeing January as a month of reflection and clarity for how I want the year to look, as we need to have time to understand what we need for this new season of our lives. And lastly, I'm trying to bring back tiny habits that make me feel more like me again, whether that is just a walk around the park in the morning or trying to get to the gym and move my body at some point during the day, having a cozy herbal tea before bed. It's just finding small little snippets of happiness and joy that you can just bring into your everyday routine to give you that comfort that you need at a time that you might be struggling the most. I'd love to know if there's anything that you are doing or you want to live by in 2026, and I'll see you soon. Bye!